I'm honestly counting down the seconds until Sasha finally slaps the audacity out of Willow. Like, seriously, how is Willow, of all people, going to judge anyone while she's out here cuddling up to her husband's uncle? The hypocrisy is off the charts. She never takes responsibility for a single thing, and at this point, it's way past due. And just wait, Christina is definitely about to stir up some serious trouble for Eva and Rick. I can practically feel it coming. Sasha needs to request a new caseworker immediately and file a harassment complaint against Willow. This is beyond unprofessional at this point. Like, seriously, how does Willow still have a job? And let's talk about Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin. Top-tier couple, no arguments. But Willow, she's officially lost it. I actually gasped when she tried to compare Sasha sleeping with Jason to dating Michael's uncle after dating Michael. Like, what? That logic just took a flying leap out the window. Sasha wasn't even cheating. Get it together, Willow. Also, anyone else getting a weird vibe from Drew? He's desperate for the Quartermaine name, but at the same time, he's trying to erase his own family legacy. Something's off there. But the real surprise? Carly and Nina teaming up. Didn't see that one coming, but honestly, I'm here for it. I'm not even a Nina fan, but watching those two powerhouse women join forces has been everything. The acting lately? Chef's kiss. This show is on fire. On the flip side, Christina needs to chill. She's absolutely brimming with hate. If the writers had to kill off one of the Davis sisters, why couldn't it have been her instead of Sam? And mark my words, history's about to repeat itself. Lucky and Elizabeth might be cute for now, but let's be honest, she always gets bored and cheats. I wouldn't be surprised if she's running back to Jason within weeks. It's basically clockwork with those two. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. I'm so thrilled that Elizabeth and Lucky are back together, because who wouldn't want more of that? Meanwhile, Eva, Rick, and Portia are absolutely draining the life out of everything. Seriously, Nina, it's time to tell Curtis the truth. This whole thing has gone on long enough. And don't even get me started on Nina's options. Oh, she has one major option, but of course, she's too scared to take it. All she has to do is open her mouth and tell Willow the truth. She and Drew were sleeping together. Shocking, right? She can even say she ended it when she found out about Willow and Drew, which honestly would wake Willow up faster than a cup of coffee. If Nina just spoke up, Willow would realize she needs to cut ties with Drew. Easy peasy. But here's what's really going to happen. Drew will probably beat Nina to the punch and come clean to Willow first. He'll claim he ended things with Nina when he fell for Willow. Oh, really, Drew? That's cute, but we all know you are still sleeping with Nina, even after that kiss with Willow. The guy's an expert in self-preservation. If he gets there first, Willow will just turn her back on Nina completely. Brilliant move, Drew. Not. Nina needs to grow a spine and handle this herself. As for this Nina and Carly team-up nonsense, please, it's laughable. Nina has everything she needs to destroy Drew and Willow's relationship, but, of course, she's too terrified of Willow hating her for lying. So what does she do? Pull Carly into her mess, thinking she can dodge the fallout. Guess what? Carly will get the blame, and Nina will still be stuck in the same position. It's all so pointless, and Willow, oh, she's just projecting all her regret onto Sasha now. Classic. The audacity of Willow, after everything she's done, acting like she has any ground to stand on. She's the last person who should be throwing shade at anyone right now. And as for Dante and Lulu, please don't put them back together. Dante deserves so much better. I'd actually be okay if he ended up with Brooklyn once the truth about Gio comes crashing down. Honestly, I just want Nina to spill the beans about her and Drew already. It's the easiest, quickest way to get Willow away from Drew. Sure, it'll blow up her relationship with Willow, but they'll work through it. They'll be mother and daughter again, and Drew can just kick rocks. But let's be real, Nina's never going to have the guts to tell her daughter she was getting with the same guy. So it's up to someone else. My vote. Maxie. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She tells it like it is. Let her rip off the band-aid for us. The classic steam room scene, always a fan favorite, especially when these two are involved. Today's Lucky and Liz kiss, absolutely miles better than the awkward stand-in kiss from a few weeks ago. Honestly, I've always thought they were meant to be together. It just feels right, you know? But seriously, did anyone else expect them to get locked in that steam room? Like, it's the most predictable move ever. Wouldn't have been surprising at all, and honestly, it could have been kind of fun. Oh well, missed opportunity. And then there's Dante. Poor guy. I just know he's going to have a complete meltdown when he finds out Gio is his son. Between him, Olivia, Lois, Sunny, and Tracy, the chaos will be next level. Can't wait for that train wreck. But seriously, why is Drew still on the show? Can we get an exit plan here? It's getting awkward. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they had Dante step up and offer to be the donor for Chase and Brooklyn. That way, Gio's child ends up being his sibling. Classic soap move, right? Oh, I'm already sad about how this Gio drama is going to ruin the friendship between Chase and Dante. Like, seriously, why can't we just let them be friends? I love their dynamic, and I love Brooklyn and Chase too. But nope, these writers are bound and determined to crush any bit of happiness we get. And don't even get me started on Dante's whiplash feelings. 2 days ago, he's still hung up on Sam, talking about how much he misses her. Then, one decent conversation with Lulu, and suddenly Sam's forgotten. What? Oh, but of course, Lulu had to cry right when she was about to tell him the truth. Perfect timing, right? Her personality flip was so quick it was like watching someone walk through a door. Just go back to sleep, Dante. Bring back one of the good ones you tossed aside. Honestly, how is he even interested in Lulu after everything with Sam? They had a real grown-up relationship. Lulu, she's a mess, selfish, arrogant, and just, Dante deserves better. Not that I don't enjoy a little eye candy every now and then. But seriously, Dante and Chase? They've been through thick and thin together, but let's be real. Will their friendship survive the fallout from everything Gio? That's the real question. Although honestly, it's so hard to focus on anything else when, well, that is happening. Everyone's suddenly jumping on the let's take down Drew train, and it's not just Tracy anymore. It's picking up steam like a runaway train. Best moment of the day? Laura and Curtis. After all the Drew drama, you know they were behind this, right? Of course, the mayor is enforcing the article. No surprise there. And don't even get me started on the Dante, Brooklyn, or Lulu mess. Seriously, it happened years ago. Years. Just bury the hatchet already. Reveal the truth and move on. Do it for the sake of your grown son, at least. Enough is enough. Did anyone catch this, just wrapped up watching yesterday's episode and couldn't help but notice Chase kept flexing, or was it twitching? One of his pecs. Not that I'm complaining, of course. But seriously, why just one? Is it something that happens when you make a certain arm movement, or is this a pec-exclusive party that only one side got invited to? Anyone else notice this? And just to clarify, I'm not poking fun or anything. I'm genuinely curious about this tiny but oddly captivating detail. Also, Kelly or Britt did an interview where she mentioned that, between takes of her love scene with Jason, Steve would drop to the floor and bust out push-ups to make sure his muscles were on point for the shirtless shots. Maybe Chase's actor was doing something similar, and we got some leftover pec action, just a thought. Lulu redemption. In a few quick fixes. Okay, Lulu's a legacy character. Alexa's a solid recast, no argument there. But writers, maybe take a moment to actually watch a bit more of Julie Berman's Lulu and a few episodes where Laura writes Carly is a bit gentler. So you can write Lulu as the spunky, mischievous character she's supposed to be, without turning her into a complete grating, judgmental machine. Let's get Lulu back in scenes with her family. Her mom, Tracy, Rocco, yes, please, Lucky, and her nephews. Come on, guys, what's so hard about that? We get it. Lulu was used to create some unnecessary drama around the reveal with Brooklyn, Dante, and Gio, but really, totally unnecessary. We see what you were going for, but there's a better way. Fans, they hate the current version of Lulu, so it's time to course correct. Get her into some meaningful family scenes, and maybe throw in some of her found family, like Maxie and Spinelli. You've already put Lulu into deception, and honestly, it's done. It's beyond stale, so just get her out like yesterday. Why not have Lulu start a new PI firm with Spinelli and Lucky? These three are literally the dream team of snoops and adventure lovers. But no, we're stuck watching Lulu at deception, which is tired, and Lucky bartending, which, come on, he's a recovering addict. Really? Now picture this, Lulu, Lucky, and Spin solving cases together. It would actually be fun. A welcome change from the mess of watching Lulu work for Brooklyn, Lucky working for Christina, and Spin barely being seen. Remember that brief glimpse of Lulu, Lucky, and Spinelli at Valentine's? That was magic. All three of them have so much chemistry, and so do their fans. This dynamic needs to be on screen way more often. It's basically a no-brainer. PC is crying for a new PI firm, and all three of them are perfect for it. Writers, it's practically writing itself. Just follow the logic. And for the love of all things good, Lulu should end up with Cody, not Molly. Tracy could play matchmaker for her two favorite people. Cody and Lulu had instant chemistry from the first scene, so why not lean into that? They could both use a character refresh, and together, they might just be more likable. Imagine that. I know not everyone's going to love the same characters, but let's be real, Lulu has always been a bit of a problem. Whether it was JMB, ER, or she's always been judgmental, sanctimonious, and downright cruel to the people she doesn't like. And she gets away with it, expecting nothing but forgiveness from everyone else. If she wants something, it doesn't matter who gets hurt along the way, she'll steamroll anyone to get it. Honestly, Lulu needs to chill. I wanted her back, but now, I'm kind of hoping she just goes back to that coma. Watching her tear into Brooklyn about her teen mistakes was ridiculous. None of Lulu's business, and I really hope it all comes back to bite her. Will they pair Charlotte with Jake or Danny? Well, Charlotte's screen time with Jason actually looked pretty decent. He was patient, and she seemed relaxed around him, probably the most at ease she's been with anyone in a while. So yeah, I can totally see her ending up with either Danny or Jake, but let's be real, she'll probably develop more of a soft spot for Jason. He'll end up as the father figure she never had, nothing icky, I swear. I mean, honestly, Jason does need a woman in his life to drive him crazy, and the whole romantic interest of his kid thing would make way more sense for him to care about her. Oh, and don't forget, she's probably going to try to set her mom up with Jason. Classic. Now, as for Danny, yeah, his mother is Sam, who's a Cassadine through her mother Alexis, and Charlotte's a Cassadine too, thanks to her father Valentin. So no, they're not pairing up those two relatives. Not happening. Jake's overseas, so unless they bring him back, he's out of the picture too. And that leaves us with Rocco, her half-brother. Yeah, no. Looks like there's no one really left to pair her with. So unless they bring in some fresh faces, Charlotte might be flying solo for a while. The hotel room break-in. Of course, it feels familiar. It's practically Lulu's greatest hits album of questionable decisions. I should have known it was just a throwback to her glorious past. So naturally, I found myself on the GH fandom site, trying to figure out if Lulu's ever actually faced any real consequences for her actions. Like, I don't know, the time she killed Logan? Not the stuff that happened to her, like the stolen baby drama or whatever random mishaps she's had that were just terrible circumstances, totally not her fault, but actual consequences, like how the rest of us mere mortals would face them. And then it hit me. The hotel room break-in. Lulu did the exact same thing back in the zeros when she snuck into Scotty's hotel room. Classic. Also, quick side note, has anyone in Port Charles noticed how incredibly mega bitchy Lulu is being with BLQ's baby? Because, fun fact, Lulu had the exact same situation. Pregnant, didn't want to keep the baby, so she aborted. BLQ, on the other hand, is trying to be all motherly with Bailey. I mean, that's some soap-worthy drama right there, right? But then again, I'm not sure how much more over-the-top Lulu could even go at this point without causing an entire reality shift. Now let's talk about Lulu's current state. She wakes up to the delightful news that her father and nephew are dead, her daughters across the globe, and her brothers in jail. She's literally a walking tragedy waiting to happen. But here's the kicker. She hasn't even begun to process any of this. So naturally, we get the whole sorry, Gio is Dante's son plotline, because that's a great way to handle years of trauma. Oh, and let's not forget BLQ pretending to be Bailey's mom, which, please, we're expected to believe Lulu never, ever told Lois about her teenage pregnancy. Not buying it. Also, side note, Dylan knew about the abortion. But sure, let's gloss over that. Now, let's circle back to BLQ and Dante. How in the world can she claim to have such a tight relationship with him while keeping a massive secret? It's pure chaos, but somehow it's healing. If Dante can step back and get some perspective, that's when the magic happens. Enter Gio. He's actually pretty fantastic, and he and Tracy are amazing together. He's grounded, and there's talk about him being groomed to be the male Leela. Trust the process, right? But then, here comes the big reality check. Lulu is the daughter of Laura and Luke, and as we all know, those two have never met a scam, lie, or grift they didn't like when it came to survival. Laura hiding Nicholas's birth, check. Laura lying to Scotty after her assault by Luke, you bet. Luke grifting Tracy over her money? Oh, absolutely. And don't even get me started on Bobby. Her lies to Laura are basically Lulu's playbook. In America, we like to acknowledge race, gender, and orientation, sometimes. But the real elephant in the room? Class. It's the undercurrent of every storyline, yet no one wants to really talk about it. Go ahead, try to pretend otherwise. Put Lulu back in her coma. Seriously, she's a walking disaster for women everywhere. I haven't liked her since she woke up. And after watching her stomp all over another woman's pregnancy choices, when it had absolutely nothing to do with her. Yeah, that was the final straw. She's not just indifferent, she's actively anti-woman, and I'm so over this tired trope. Male writers, am I right? Since her big comeback, the writers have done her no favors. She's become one of the most self-absorbed, entitled, and just plain clueless characters on the show. Oh, you nailed it. All that talk about motherhood and Charlotte and blah blah blah, and yet she has zero empathy for other women. She only cares about 3 things: obsessing over Charlotte, trashing Brooklyn, and stalking Dante. Rocco, he's on his own. Pathetic. But let's be real, there is something that makes it Lulu's business. In her mind, it's still 4 years ago when she was in love with Dante, and she can't seem to let go. She's got no fast-forward button for her heart or her brain. And sure, the kid is Rocco's sibling, so technically, it's kind of her family too. Not saying I agree with her, but I get why she's tangled up in this mess. People do go digging for long-lost relatives these days, especially with all the DNA tracking advances. Sometimes, the people they're looking for have no clue. At first, I was 100% on the "this isn't Lulu's story to tell" train. I mean, yeah, she handled it terribly, kind of like a toddler throwing a tantrum. but there's something about her situation that's still relatable. That's why I didn't totally hate the scene with her and Carly. It wasn't perfect, but at least there was a little bit of understanding there, even if it was buried under a heap of self-righteousness. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.